Hey everybody, it's Lauren with Tarot Therapy here. I want to jump into this full moon magic spread. Tonight is a full moon in Leo, so we've got a lot of really good, jovial, confident energy in the air. Great for manifesting beautiful futures starting off this new decade. So let's get started. Since we are talking about cosmic energy, I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot deck. And I want to kind of dig into our love situation as well. And beyond romantic love, I want to talk about our love for the world, our love for the universe, and our love from the universe. So, light worker magic. Let's get started. So, here's the Cosmic Tarot. I'm going to shuffle. You guys like shuffling, or would you rather just get to it? I usually let you guys watch the shuffling. I think I'm going to pause so we can get right to it. Okay, so I shuffled a few times, saved us about 45 seconds, so I hope that that works. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more before we get started. I love this deck. The only thing about it is that it came fully wrapped in plastic. Brand new deck, ordered off of Amazon, but it just smells like cigarettes. It smells like ultra lights, or like kind of not the best cigarettes, even at that, which is just interesting to me, you know. So for whatever that's worth. Okay, we've got some that popped out already, so that is my signal that the deck is ready to go. Okay, awesome. Got a nice blend. So the three cards that wanted to come out at first, off the bat, just take it like this. Seven of Swords. Check her out. Tonight's the full moon. It's a full moon here as well, so the Cosmic Tarot is speaking to us. There's something hidden here, something buried, thoughts that you just don't show everybody. Next card. The devil. That's why you don't show everybody those thoughts. That's your shadow. That's your subconscious. That's our dark side, and it's really our battle to conquer our own dark side, right? Our attachments. Do you see how buried? Oh, wait, over here. Do you see how buried those swords are? That's the bondage. Locked in your own thoughts. Stuck to your own ideas, hiding something with that cloak, right? What's behind it? Maybe hiding nothing, but it gives others the perception that you might be trying to conceal something or someone. The third card is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, here she is again, sitting beneath a full moon with her cat, which those and the cards are very indicative of strong intuition, very strong intuition. However, she's sitting on the bench and she's stuck. It's almost like a limbo or purgatory of thought. What to choose, where to go from here. The Two Swords are stuck in the ground, but that's not where her gaze is going. Okay. We'll keep those up. Well, I'm going to set these up to display. Okay. So So here I have the cards that decided, these are the cards, when a card pops out face up, if that happens while I'm shuffling, before I get the little like intuitive click that it's ready, the cards are ready, that's when I know. So these cards that came out, I wanted to be specific to the Cosmic Tarot deck energy because it is very specific. So we've got, starting out, the Seven of Swords, which for this deck in particular means a uselessness, to attempt something, to make a vain effort in constant behavior. It says tolerance, unclear intention, advice, the own way, consciously defining a goal. So you can tell in the descriptions in this guidebook that it's going on a spectrum, right? So where it starts in the description is more in favor of the upright position, which is what we have. Now the next card, the Devil. So we've got, let's focus on uselessness and vain effort, tolerance and unclear intentions. Oh, and yeah. And then we have the Devil card, which to me I usually interpret as just, in the traditional deck, it's just that our fears. It's the things in our mind that we have more or less control over when we increase our awareness, our self-awareness. But this message is special. So in this deck, the Devil card as a major arcana, a overarching theme is victory of materialism, black magic, occult powers, dependence, slavery, passion, egoism, perversion, wrong proportions, overcoming of own fears, perception of the inner demon. So to me, this is someone feels useless. They feel like everything, they don't know why they've done what they've done, put in the work that they have, the effort that they have, and that's triggering fears. And one way that fears can show up in our behavior and in our lives and our attitudes is hubris, having a big old ego, pride, not listening, not wanting to grow or be better, because that would mean acknowledging that we're not perfect as we are. Occult and black magic, sometimes anything out of balance or proportion, misused, right? So is God is God and God is love, right? The devil represents fear and bondage. So if we're feeling like we're useless, there's something holding you back. There's something that, like Excalibur, is making you feel like you're not the right one for what you truly want, think, believe, or desire, because those swords are so deeply stuck in the ground. Now for the Two of Swords, it says balance through understanding, peace, calm, familiarity, ambiguity, vagueness, contradictory thoughts, two-faced disloyalty. So because of the Seven of Swords here and the Devil trying to hide some of the darker sides of yourself, you might not be coming across as authentic to other people. It may make you seem disloyal, but really it's just a matter of facing the truth within yourself. So let's see what we can, with this this full moon in Leo energy, see what that's about. Okay, so the first card is going to describe the overall cosmic energy, right? Okay. There we go. 2 came out. Wow. The Empress in reverse, followed by the Magician in reverse. Someone might be faking or scheming a pregnancy. So that's really interesting. This is sort of the ultimate power of these are both ones that the Magician is manifesting, which is creating. The Empress is also about creating in the sense of fertility, in the sense of love and nurturance. In reverse, there's definitely some vanity. There's definitely wanting to look like the Empress, wanting to manipulate other people's perceptions in order to hide something, wanting the sparkly things to be face forward, to distract from reality, because you don't know what reality is, do you? If you did, it'd be easier to accept and embrace, right? It wouldn't be, you'd be happy and content and in a state of inner peace. These cards aren't indicating that. Okay. So the next card, or cards that come out, will be speaking to how to embrace this cosmic energy. How, almost. I did pick up the deck upside, well, it's like half and half, but okay. If you pick up the deck upside down, you're just supposed to pick it up the right way. Otherwise, everything comes out in reverse, and you don't want to do that. That's not the way it works. So, how I can embrace the cosmic energy. How to embrace this cosmic energy. We've also got Pluto directly conjunct with Saturn and Capricorn. This is a big deal for the first time in a long time. Oh, wow. So, how can I embrace the cosmic energy? Blast from the past. We've got the 6 of Cups. There's something in your past that is digging in and making you feel less than. It's something that you might have trouble expressing, and it's making you doubt yourself, or maybe you are expressing it and people just aren't hearing it, and you're going back to your past, and you're thinking of maybe a soulmate to whom you can anchor so that you can embrace the cosmic energy. And if you're focused on the past, you're not really in the present, right? Which is where it's healthiest to be. So by focusing on the past, you're not having to deal with yourself in the present, but it will come back around. Karma is very real. So just be careful, okay? Please. All right, the next card will speak to how to describe yourself during this lunar phase, the full moon in Leo. What's manifesting? Make sure that when that new moon comes around, you really set your attention. Card to describe myself. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Card to describe myself during this lunar phase of the full moon. The 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is an independent, single woman energy, right? She doesn't need anyone or anything. You know, she's good on her own. Like, she doesn't. So I think that if you look at her posture, really, she looks a little bit defensive to me. And it's like she's in the, and for this deck, she's in the house, right? And you can see that. And there's like a beautiful, there's a nice car outside, flowers, birds, she's well dressed. She's got what looks like a little bit of a small glass of port there next to her. But it's almost like those 9 pentacles, and there's just enough space to where that 10th is missing. It's like this could be the divorced woman card too. Single and independent and self-sufficient, but not necessarily not in a relationship by choice, you know, not in a state of being single by choice. So there's definitely something when it comes to relationships that is a struggle right now. Something that you're going through, that you're processing, that like you're just... Part of the full moon is manifest, like whatever you... in, you know, during the lunar phases, whatever energy you've been putting out there, however you've been feeling, whatever you've been thinking, doing, how you've been interacting, when that comes back around, and it does manifest, it shows itself to you, so that for the next lunar cycle, if you see something you don't like, you can focus on that, and you can redirect your energy in order to improve or practice different habits. Okay. I'll do it like this. Okay. So, a lesson that will take place during this phase. A lesson that will take place during this phase. That was pretty direct. Okay. And we have the star. Now for the star energy, I want to clarify this deck being the cosmic deck. And we're talking about cosmic energy right now. I want to make sure that I'm speaking to its specific meanings and not my overall understanding of what the different decks mean. You know, like the general meaning. I want the specificity. The star. It is night. A nude beauty and a flamingo stand at the border of a lake. A mighty star shines in the sky. Meaning, beauty, inspiration, hope, brilliance, clarity. To give and take. Unconventional. Dreams, fantasies, or resignation. So the lesson to be learned is to gain clarity and insight from what you're feeling now, what's manifesting in your heart, in your soul, in your mind, in your interactions with the people around you, how they're responding to you, right? It might not be great, or you might think that you can control it, but there's some insight from your current experience right now about how previous behaviors have led to this, previous choices have led to this, patterns of thinking, limiting beliefs. And I think you're ready to let it go. You want to let it go. You see it. You have that clarity. You have that insight. You're even inspired. Just make sure that that inspiration is divine inspiration, because there's a lot of, spiritual energy out there, okay? And not all of it is divine. Some of it is going to try and drag you away from your highest self, your true purpose. What's going to lead you to the greatest fulfillment. Not just passing happiness or transient, pleasure, but actual joy that radiates from within, that emanates from your heart, because you're connected to divine energy, okay? The next card will speak to an ability I possess that is now heightened. An ability I possess that is now heightened. Cosmic energy. An ability I possess that is now heightened. An ability. Okay. Oh. Wow. Okay. This is just. So we've got. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Swords. This is anxiety. This is feeling like you can't sleep. Super restless. A restless mind. Just restless energy overall. This would be a byproduct of not being aligned with your true self. Like letting the fears and the bondage and the attachments to all of those things that we've talked about. That's what's keeping you up at night. You're keeping you up at night. Like, instead of, you know, what's that? Worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. Praying will get you everywhere. So just change the language in your head, because 9 swords, you're almost there. You've almost completed this cycle of swords. The mental acuity is developing. Now, the Nine of Swords is very, unhappy energy, even if you're presenting differently during the day. But it is still, it's right there at the cusp of transmuting into the next level. So if you can take that energy that's keeping you up, that anxiety, which is really just your nervous system being heightened in that fight or flight state, but chances are you're not being chased by a lion across, a safari, across, a field. You're not sitting here watching this video while bullets are flying towards you, or cars, driving full speed ahead right with you, right in its path. So if you can take the energy of those 9 swords, because that's a lot of mental energy, that's mental strength. And the Magician card is here. The Empress card is here. So if those were upright, that's some of the most beautiful possible energy that can present itself. And the power is in you. These are cards. These cards don't have power. You have the power, okay? You have to trust in yourself, believe in yourself, know that you're loved, and know God loves you unconditionally, like as you are. So we've got the 9 of Swords, and we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. So the 10 of Cups in reverse is the perfect family life. Like, but in this deck, it is a woman by herself, naked, surrounded by these cups. That's different than the normal Rider-Waite, where you have the rainbow with the cups and the happy family all holding hands singing Kumbaya in the artwork. So to me, this is very much saying be careful what you wish for. Don't let your feelings get the best of you, and use your mental energy to turn the 10 cups in, instead of perceiving those 10 cups as being empty. Know that they're already full. Know they're already full. If it doesn't feel that way and it's hard to believe, just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and picture it. Focus on that. Invite that into your life. Alright, and for the final card, how I can improve my magical skills at this time. How I can improve my magical skills at this time. How can magical skills improve at this time? Is it up? It's not face up. I did see it flip over, but it didn't land face up. We're going to take it. Okay. The Tower in reverse. How I can improve my skills this time. Let it go. It's okay. Not even just let it go, but let it be. The Beatles, you know, just listen to those whispers of wisdom, you know, just let it be. Let it be. It's all falling apart, but let it be. Trust in the universe. Trust in God. Trust in whomever it is you believe in, or whatever it is you believe in, even if it's just yourself, okay? Just trust in the meaning that it will present itself, and that it is leading to something greater, and that it could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse. Now with the Cosmic Tarot, again, it does have more specific meanings. The Tower, it doesn't have reverse interpretations. The eye of God shoots out lightning bolts. One of them sets a tower on fire. 2 people and a crown tumble down into the deep. So we were talking about egoism, and the Seven of Swords traditionally is, you know, it's like theft, it's stealing, it's cheating, it's dishonesty, infidelity, things like that. I mean, it's not the best cards, right? So just, excuse me, my goodness. So the meanings of the Tower, now, as I said, it doesn't have reverse interpretations, but we're smart. We can figure it out, right? Forced change, breakdown, ruin, fight, catastrophe, destruction, breaking up of constricting convictions, arrogance, intolerance, disappointment, chance for a new start, liberation, and enthusiasm. So, the Tower shows up whenever, if we don't, or even if we do, sometimes it's that extra push. It's actually supportive, but these lightning bolts are from God, right? So this is God. This is the universe. This is the source. This is like, get all metaphysical. This is like, you go back to whenever everything was all one, before it all turned into what it is that we know it to be. That energy is pulling you towards something different, whether you like it or not, okay? But it's meant to happen. This is your destiny. This is your karma. This is your dharma unfolding. This is meant for you. Not everything that's meant for you is meant to feel like you're running through a field of daisies and you just love daisies. And we talked about egoism too here, materialism. The crown might be knocked off, okay? You don't need that crown to be beautiful, to be you, to be truthful, to stand in your integrity, to have pride, true pride, to be proud of who you are and what you're doing and what you're contributing to the world around you. So how can I improve my magical skills at this time? Surrender, you know, just accept what's happening and gain wisdom from it. And that's your magic, your wisdom. Turning the 9 of Swords into a magician, into whatever you want to. But use the energy that you have so that you don't repeat the Tower moments, or that you don't, so that you don't invite them to be repeated in your life. So whatever's manifesting right now, that law of attraction, these are usually things that we've invited into our life by what we've done or left undone. And none of us are perfect. None of us ever will be. So just learn what you can. Nothing less, nothing more. Take that wisdom and move forward with a sense of confidence. And by confidence, I mean faith in who you are and what God has planned for you. Okay, I'm going to call that done. If you want to stick around, I will pull a love card. How about that? So, related to our related to love life. Okay, I'm not going to do a love card, so to speak. I'm going to do the light worker card. So this is Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. That's this deck. So I'm going to shuffle once or twice. What is the energy right now to focus on so that we can utilize our current state for our own betterment and ascension towards our highest self, to continue progressing in human consciousness? And a lot of this energy, do not take it seriously if it resonates with you, and listen to your intuition, but also understand that the energy of the collective, when you allow it in, the energy around you, how that affects you, give yourself some slack, because you're not God. Whether you believe in God or not, you don't control the universe. You didn't design all of existence, okay? So you don't have to be perfect. You're not supposed to be perfect. You never will be perfect. If you think you're perfect, that's an imperfection. So just embrace the grace, Okay, what energy will help us best transcend, ascend, heal, restore, and contribute to the greatest good during this phase, especially this lunar phase? What energy will... Oh my gosh. I said the word ascend, and this is what popped out. Ascension. This is Serapis Bay. See, the Egyptian. I love Egyptian mythology. It's so deep, and there's so much and so mysterious. It's, just right up my alley. Pisces, Cancer. I think you probably know if you've seen any of my videos. So it says, move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. Right? The light is here. And for those of you, if you're sticking around and you want to hear a little more on that, we will... I will read the detailed